Hey, what's going on, DDO players? Axel here. So yesterday, June 18th, the pre-purchase for the upcoming Chill of Ravenloft expansion dropped. So as of yesterday, most of this stuff that we're going to go through in these bundles is available in-game. Of course, not the content, but a lot of this stuff is available. So yeah, in this video, we're just going to break down all of the different bundles, and I'm going to show you video clips of everything that's included in all these bundles so you can take a look at them. We also got a little bit more details on the expansion when this pre-purchase drops, so we're going to go through that first actually. So let's start with specifics in terms of number of quests. So here you can see they've now announced there's 13 quests in the expansion. There's also a wilderness area, and they say confront nightmarish foes in an all-new raid. So there's only one raid, unfortunately. I was hoping for two. I wish they would go back to 2 raids per expansion instead of 1, but it is what it is. We're only getting 1 raid. So if you go to the bottom here as well, we have some details regarding a release date. So here it says DDO, the Chill of Ravenloft expansion, is scheduled to be released between August 6, 2025 and September 5th, 2025, and the raid content no later than 90 days after content launch. So they're doing the same 3-tiered release that they've done in the past. So the first tier being the pre-purchase that dropped yesterday, then they're releasing the content, and then later, 3 months or so after that, they're releasing the raid. So they do give a range of dates here, August 6th through September 5th. And based on past history from SSG, they normally do this to give themselves a buffer in case something goes wrong during late development. So this is conservative, so I would expect the expansion to drop on August 6th, but it could possibly be as late as September 5th, but more likely it's going to be earlier in that date range, most likely August 6th. So yeah, I think that's it. Everything, so stuff that's releasing today, the things that are in the actual asterisks, those are releasing with the second tier of a release. So everything is available now except for the content, of course, and the teleport clicky. But everything else is available today if you want it, like the races and such. And we're going to go through the bundles now. So the pricing stayed the same, as you can see here, the same as previous expansions. So it's $40 for the basic expansion and $80 for the collector's edition and $130 for the ultimate fin bundle. So that's good. The pricing stayed the same, it didn't go up. Before we get into the bundles, full disclosure, I was gifted by SSG a ultimate fin bundle version of the expansion, so I want to be clear about that to you guys, but that's not going to affect my opinions or anything like that. But the right thing to do, obviously, is to disclose that. So yeah, so that's let's get into the bundles now themselves. So we have the standard edition for $40. So what do you get for $40? You get the Chill of Ravenloft content. So obviously the quests, the raid, the wilderness area, the public area. Then you get the Dhampir character race as well for the basic bundle. So that's the one that starts at level 1. You do not get the iconic, just the basic Dhampir. So that's the one. I did a whole video. If you want to go watch the video I did a week and a half ago, I did a whole video breaking down Dhampir. But for those of y'all who are not in the loop, basically it's basically a vampire human hybrid type race, and you have a couple main features in the tree. You can choose to be undead. They have a bite ability. Yeah, that's the basic features of the race. They start as with +2 to strength. So okay, so that's Dhampir. Go watch the video if you want to know more. So that's what you get the standard. Let's move on to collector's edition for $80. What do you get? You get the stuff in the standard edition, plus you get the movement style here, which is the Mistwalker movement style. So this is the first cosmetic animation they've introduced into the game. So as you can see on the clip here, this basically causes your character to run around and float around like a ghost. And they did say that you should get this animation, these different animations, everything except for in combat. So in combat, animations are going to stay the same, but in terms of jumping and walking and running, that kind of stuff, those are the things that are going to be different. This is also a toggle, so you can choose to turn it on or turn it off at will. It's not like you apply it to your character on character creation or anything like that. It's just a toggle. So if you want to turn it off at any time, you can. Also, with the collectors, you get the Mad Experimenter's Cosmetic Set. So here's what that looks like. I actually like this better than the one that's exclusive to the Ultimate Fan Bundle. This is the kind of a mad scientist looking cosmetic here, which I think is pretty cool. As you can see here, the backpack is actually, it's not a cloak. The cloak section of the cosmetic, so it's all these cosmetics are a cloak, a helmet, and an armor cosmetic, and the cloak cosmetic is actually a backpack. It's not a cloak. So let's move on. So you also get the Mad Experimenter's Flesh Golem Seed, and this is what that looks like. And this goes along with the Frankenstein theme of the expansion. It's very odd looking mount. So you can see here it's basically a horse, and there had been a mad scientist, obviously, who had attached some fish parts to it and sewn them on. So yeah, kind of cool, but very weird, very odd. So I don't know. I think it's going to be a polarizing mount, but it definitely goes along very well with the theme of the expansion. Okay, next you get the Brain in a Jar pet. So I'm going to show that to you here, but also show you one of the tricks. One of the tricks here where you can see the brain falling out of the jar. I will say with this pet, I couldn't, it's hard to see the brain inside the jar, actually. I think this one should probably be a little bit bigger so you can see the brain more. They should probably make it larger, but this is what it looks as of now. Okay, next is the level 8 Hireling Mysterious Alchemist Drossheart. So this is the first Alchemist Hireling in the game. So in terms of useful things that the Alchemists have, and you can see here the level 8 version, which is the Heroic, which is included with Collectors. And there's also the level 34 version, which is only included with the Ultimate Fan Bundle. But they have a few useful abilities. They have the Heroic one has like a sticky CC-like ability. They also both have a Healing Vial, and they both have a melt lock ability. So it's basically open lock on them. So yeah, so some useful things as well as cosmetically. I think they look really cool. I will say I can't say as to how effective these things are. I have not played them yet extensively in game. Other than playing around with them on Lamani a little bit, just experiment. I've not had any extensive use of the Sirling, so I can't attest to how effective the AI is or anything like that. Okay, moving on. As part of the collectors, you also get 1 character slot. And next you get so this is another new thing they're introducing with these bundles into the game, a Potion of Loot Ransack Reset, account bound. So you get 1 potion of Ransack Reset. So for those y'all who are upset about Ransack in the game, you now have a way to bypass it with this consumable. It is only 1 in the collector's edition, and the way these work, there is a Q&A, which I will attach below in the description. But basically the way these work is you drink it and it resets the Ransack on all the chests on that character. You also get, as part of the collector's edition, 10 shared account bank storage. So yeah, 10 shared account bank. Okay, and that is of course every server. So that's what you get for the collectors. I gotta say, for the collectors, I don't really see a reason for anyone to buy the collectors. I think that if you want to save money, go for the standard. And if you really want to support the game, go for the ultimate. I think that, especially for the stuff like the storage, like the character slots, the shared bank, there's a lot of upgrades available for much cheaper than spending an extra, $40 versus the standard on an expansion bundle. You're better off just buying some additional slots for DDO points in the store in terms of things like character slots and shared bank storage and that. So I can't really recommend the collectors. I think you should go for either the ultimate or the standard. But in any case, let's move on to the Ultimate Fan Bundle for $130. And yes, that is a lot of money. No doubt. That's basically 2 AAA games. So it's a lot to ask. So it really comes down to when you buy these bundles, guys, what can you afford, and what do you want to do in terms of supporting the game? What are you willing to spend to support the game? But there's no shame in just getting the 40 if that's what you can afford. It's no problem. But anyways, if you want to spend the 130 and you have the 130, what else do you get? So you get everything in the standard and the collectors. You also get the Dark Bargainer Iconic Hero. See, the Iconic Hero, that's the other thing with the collectors. It doesn't include the Iconic either. So with the Ultimate Fan Bundle, you do have the Iconic that's exclusive to that. And the other thing about the Iconic, it is not included with VIP. The base Dampier is included with the VIP, but the Iconic is not. And they did clarify this in the Q&A that I've already mentioned. I've attached below in the description. But yeah, the Iconic Hero, as of now, 6 months from now, just like the content, it's going to be available in the store for points. But as of right now, it's for 6 months, it's going to be exclusive to the Ultimate Fan Bundle, the Iconic. Okay, so the Iconic, I did do a whole video already on the Iconic, breaking that down. So if you want to watch that, just go back a few in terms of my previous videos, you'll find it. But I did a whole video going over the Iconic Hero and the enhancement tree. But basically, it's a Warlock Iconic that starts as 1 Warlock, and it has its own unique pact. Okay, moving on, the Dark Bargainer Cosmetic outfit. So that's the outfit that's attached to the iconic. So this is only for the Dark Bargainer iconic. You cannot wear this cosmetic on any race except for Dark Bargainer iconic. But here's what that looks like. Okay, moving on, you get the level 34 hireling, the level 34 alchemist, very similar to the heroic, except for instead of the sticky CC like ability that the heroic level 8 one does, it has this another damage like ability from what I can tell. So yeah, a little bit of difference there. You also get the Dark Resurrectionist Cosmetic Set. And this one, I gotta say, as I said before, I don't like this one as much as the previous set that's in the collectors. What is it called? The Mad Experimenters Cosmetic Set. I like the Mad Experimenters better. This is more of a kind of like gothic horror. You got a top hat. But there's other top hats available in game. Like there's one in under the big top. In the House P Carnival chain, you can get one from there. It's actually called the Big Top as the item, and it looks fairly similar. So, I don't know. I'll definitely be wearing the Experimenter one. I don't know how much I'll wear this one. You also get the Dark Resurrectionist Stone Lion mount, which I think this mount does look. I like this one a lot better than the one that's in the collector's edition. And basically, yeah, it's a lion statue that you ride. I think it looks pretty cool. Next is the Grimshka Cosmetic Pet, which I don't like as much as the brain in a jar. This one looks to me, it looks way too similar to a Kushi, which was a cosmetic that was from, I believe, the Feywild expansion. So I don't know about this one. It's a little bit different from that, but I can't see myself pulling this one out for lulz like I do sometimes with other cosmetic pets. Okay, next is the +1 tomes. So you get a +1 tome of universal enhancement for every character. This is another thing where it's like, why get the collectors? Because this, if you are going to buy these tomes and you are into buying this, you're better off buying the collectors, because you get this on every character. You're better off buying the Ultimate Fan Bundle because you get one of these for every single character. Whereas if you buy it in the store for points later, when it drops in the store 6 months from now, you're only going to get one. So yes, but this is basically one additional action point for your heroic enhancements that can only be used in universal trees. So there you go. It's a little bit of a power creepy thing, but it's there. You also get +20 bank character storage slots. So character bank, 20 slots. You have to pick one character. It's not on every character. It is only on one. You also get one additional character slot. So that's two for, so two total for ultimate. So you get two total slots. So you get one from the collectors, one additional for the Ultimate Fan Bundle for a total of 2 character slots. And you also get 2 additional potions of loot ransack. So you get 3 ransack potions instead of 1 from the collectors. And then you get the teleport trinket. Obviously, they put this in every expansion. It's a teleport directly to the Lamortia public area. That's exclusive to the Ultimate Fan Bundle. So the Q&A, I just want to show you here real quick. I want to show you the points. So they did say January 2026, this stuff will be available in the store if you want to wait for points. And this is how much it costs. 2,995 points, so basically 3,000 points for the quest pack. Basically 1595, so basically 1600 for the Dampier, 1395 for the Dark Bargainer iconic. There's going to be a bundle for both of them for 24.99, and then the tome is 2,995 points, so basically 3,000 points for one tome +1, and then the Dampier Wish for Memory, so you can get credit for racial reincarnation for playing as Dampier, even if you weren't a Dampier. For purposes of past life, for 995 points. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for the bundles. Let me know what you think about all this, and if you are planning to buy one of these, if you are, which one you're buying, or if you're planning to wait and buy it for points, which is cool too. So yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all next time. See ya.